Let this sink in. The President of the United States does not know what the status of Mitch McConnell is. The governor of Kentucky, Andy Beshear, doesn't know either. And the rest of us, we're all scratching our heads asking, what the hell is going on here? And rightly so. Because this is just weird. He's been incognito for essentially a month, and no one, even at the highest levels of our government, can confirm with proof that he's even alive. Now, to be clear, his absence is not the mystery. We know why he disappeared from public view. He apparently suffered a heart attack, was found unconscious and unresponsive, and was rushed to the hospital. That part is not unexplained. What is unexplained and completely unverified is his current status, how he's doing, whether or not he's actually recovering, whether he's coherent, whether he can speak, whether he can serve. That's the part no one seems able to answer. And that's not normal. This is not Washington being Washington. This is the kind of thing that makes you look around and ask, is this really happening? Are we sure someone's actually running the place? Because historically, when major officials have health crisis, we at least get something. Woodrow Wilson had a stroke. Eventually, the public found out. FDR was declining. Eventually, the public found out. Reagan got shot. Well, we found out immediately. Even when the truth was delayed or polished up, there was at least a photo, a doctor, a press pool citing something. But right now, nothing. No photo, no video, no audio, no doctor, no staffer, no blurry cell phone picture taken from across the room. Just silence. And a handful of Republicans saying, we talked to him. Okay, then why can't we talk to him? If he can speak to colleagues about major issues, surely he can record a 10-second clip saying, hi, still alive, please stop speculating. And this is where the story gets even stranger, because this isn't just political drama. This is about continuity of government. Mitch McConnell isn't just some senator. He's one of the most powerful legislative figures in modern American history. His unverified status creates a constitutional fog, and not the fun kind of fog. It's the kind of fog where you start hearing weird noises and wonder if you should turn back. And that fog matters because of Kentucky law. Kentucky changed its rules after Rand Paul's presidential run. If a Senate seat becomes vacant, the governor must choose a replacement from a list provided by the departing senator's party. But if the vacancy is declared too early, it triggers a special election. And Republicans absolutely do not want a special election right now. Not in this environment, not with this attention, not with this level of unpredictability. So what happens if McConnell's condition, whatever it is, would legally require declaring the seat vacant? What happens if the delay is intentional? What happens if the silence is strategic? I don't want to play conspiracy theorist, but let's just admit this is a bit of a wonky political environment that we're in right now. Things are tense, unpredictable, and frankly, a little surreal. So when something this strange happens, of course people are going to raise an eyebrow, maybe two. Because if it ever became clear that the update was withheld to avoid a special election, that's not just a scandal, that's a constitutional crisis. That's hearings, that's subpoenas. That's the kind of thing that makes cable news anchors start using phrases like historic moment and unprecedented situation every 5 minutes. So let's talk about why Mitch McConnell might not be making a public appearance. There are a few possibilities. He may be incapacitated in a way that is visually obvious. And honestly, the real question here is, how long was he out before he was revived? That's something no one has clarified. Was it seconds, minutes, longer? And if it was longer, did that cause any kind of neurological impact? Did it affect coherence, awareness, function? These are reasonable questions, not conspiratorial ones, because when someone is found unconscious and unresponsive, the length of time matters. It can change everything about their recovery, their cognition, and their ability to serve. And right now, we don't have any of those answers. He may be conscious, but not coherent. Staff can relay messages. Colleagues can say, I spoke to him, but if he can't reliably speak on camera, they won't risk it. He may be medically stable, but politically unstable. If his condition suggests he can't return to work, appearing publicly could force the vacancy issue. Or he may simply be refusing to appear. Some politicians, especially older ones, are intensely private about health, but privacy ends where constitutional responsibility begins. And even if maybe you're not legally obligated to give any answers, I guess that would be the right thing to do for the people who voted for you. Whatever the reason, the silence is not normal. And the longer it continues, the more abnormal it becomes. And the more people are going to fill in their own blanks about what's really going on and what's behind it. Now, let's talk about welfare checks, because this is the part that really highlights how bizarre this situation is. A welfare check is one of the most basic civic tools we have. A regular civilian can request one, a neighbor can request one, a family member can request one. You don't need a title, you don't need a badge, you don't need a government office. You just call the local police department and say, hey, can you check on someone? We're concerned. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was on a camping trip while my wife was out of town. She had taken my mother, who has dementia, to visit her sister in Milwaukee. 4 days went by. No one could reach my aunt. No one could reach my mother. I became concerned. I called the West Allis Police Department and asked for a welfare check. They went, they checked, they confirmed everyone was okay. That's how simple it is. So why can't the governor of Kentucky do the same? Why can't Congress? Why can't the president? Well, here's the catch. The president can call McConnell's office, he can call his staff, he can call his family, but he cannot compel an answer. Congress is a separate branch of government. The president cannot demand the welfare check. He cannot order a medical disclosure. He cannot force a senator to pick up the phone even. And if McConnell's staff chooses not to answer or chooses to say he's resting, that's the end of the road. And that brings us to the core point, though. The American people deserve answers. This isn't partisan. This isn't ideological. This isn't about liking or disliking Mitch McConnell. This is about the basic functioning of our government. If the senator is alive, recovering, and coherent, show us. If he's not, tell us. If his condition affects his ability to serve, declare it. Because right now, the American people are being asked to accept something unprecedented, that one of the most powerful men in the country can vanish for a month, and no one, not even the president, is allowed to know why. And that, to me, is unacceptable. The American people deserve transparency. We deserve clarity, and we deserve the truth.